here's my interview with head men's soccer coach Phil Heinzen.
All right, can you highlight some of your accomplishments from last season just to get us started into the 2012-13 season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest accomplishment was now us being able to compete with the top teams in the conference. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing because for a while we've been a team that I think wasn't maybe looked upon as that difficult to play against, and now with us being able to beat Clayton State on the road, Lander on the road, Young Harris is coming in who's very strong, we beat them on the road as well. I think those were big things. Getting above 10 wins, get to the conference semi-final, those things, and also having some of the top players such as Sam Miles and Sean Hook in the conference is a big thing for us.
Leadership is a key to having a strong team. Who do you have on the team that's going to step up as leaders this season, or who from last season stepped up that will continue this season?
I think Sean Hook's going to be a big key for us. Unfortunately, missed quite a few games last year through injury, but I think he's going to be a big impact player for us. Jeff McDonald as well has progressed tremendously, and I think he'll make a big difference to us as well. But there's several other guys as well. There's more upperclassmen now. Guys going into their junior year as opposed to a lot of freshmen, sophomore last year. So I think that will make a difference also.
Offensively, you have, as you've talked about, Sam Miles and Sean Hook returning, as well as the majority of your midfield. Right. What should we look forward to seeing in their game coming into this next season, and how do you anticipate them working into your game plan?
I mean, they've got to take a lot of responsibility of the scoring. I mean, Sean and Sam, that's why we brought them here to score goals and to create opportunities. So, I think a lot of returning players are going to start, but we've also got some new impact players. But those guys will be, responsible for scoring the majority of the goals.
Well, then, looking at your team defensively, you lost your captains from last year, and you've lost a majority of your backfield. I mean, you still have Ryan Hansen, and you incorporated Sid Peterson into your defensive lineup last year. How important is it to have a strong defensive line, and how do you see the newcomers or those that sat on the bench last year stepping into those roles?
Well, Sid came in and took Payne's place for a period when Payne was injured. Payne came back, and Jeff's we made him in a left back, which he trained there the whole spring. So really, we only had one position to replace. Sure, Stuart and Mike were excellent players for us, but we're very confident the guys coming in. We brought James Casserly from Ireland, a freshman with youth national team experience from Ireland. So I don't think the transition for him will be too difficult. Also Ryan McIntyre out of Charlotte, who has played at a high level, won a state championship, has played in the regional championship. So I think those guys, will make us as good, if not stronger, than what we were last year defensively.
Well, talking about your newcomers, you've brought in a very large crop of newcomers this year. Besides the one that you've just identified, or the few you have, who have you thought that will become contributors to this team this year?
Michael Smith transfer from NC State will definitely contribute. Rico Leighton, who has actually not arrived yet, he'll be here this weekend, the freshman from Finland. He's a midfielder, he can play any of the midfield positions. Todd May, who unfortunately is injured right now. Those guys I think will be the key guys. And James from Ireland, centre back, and then also Ryan McIntyre. I think those are the main ones. There's some other guys like Carter Creech that in time will be good, but it's going to take them a little bit of development. And also right now we've got experienced players in certain positions, so it's going to take a lot for those to move them out of position.
Okay, now looking ahead at your schedule. In preseason, you play against nationally ranked Coker as well as St. Andrews and Catawba. How do preseason matches help you get your team ready for the regular season?
Okay, it's good because we don't have 20 field players right now. With guys that are injured every now and again, so not having a great deal of defenders, it can be difficult to incorporate or play 11 versus 11 because of the numbers. So you get to play a different 11 that they're not sure about you. The great thing about Coker is they're extremely well organised. They're actually kind of an orthodox team to play against. So it's going to be very good for us to hopefully expose. I think we're very similar level, but they can expose certain weaknesses that we have, so we can correct them as we move forward. And then the other two games, again, they'll be good games as well, but we'll be looking for different things and trying to progress further.
Okay, as we, again, look forward past those preseason games, looking at your schedule, you play 3 nationally ranked teams during the regular season. Can you talk about the challenges you're going to face and what playing those opponents will help get you ready for the rest of the season?
I think, the conference is so difficult that, those games, those teams, it's not really a big deal, to be honest. It's just another game for us, so whether they're ranked or not, it really doesn't make a difference. We're just we've got high expectations from our own team, so really we need to concern ourselves with our play and how we compete. If we compete at the level we're capable, we can beat anybody on our schedule. But that's the most important thing, that we concern ourselves with how we play.
All right, well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll be talking cross country with head coach Gary Aycock, so stay tuned.